Hi there. Do you have a desire of starting a business? Maybe because you want to diversify your income, maybe because you are broke, or maybe because you just feel like you need to start a business. If yes, then this is a perfect video for you, because in this video, I'm going to be discussing 5 profitable business ideas which you could look to jump into for you not to be broke again. You are all much welcome to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, because I'm out here bringing you awesome videos each and every day with regards to how you can multiply your money and also commentary on current affairs. Having said that, personally, I think it is important to venture into a business, more so because of 3 reasons. And of course, I'm talking from the perspective of thinking that maybe someone out there is employed and they're thinking about whether to jump into a business or not. I think it is very important because of 3 reasons. Reason number 1, you starting a business is going to assist you diversify your income, which, by the way, is one of the most important things in someone's quest to obtain financial freedom, in someone's quest to build wealth, in someone's quest to become rich. So you need to consider business for you to be able to diversify your income, not just rely on your full-time job. And of course, if you can be able, for example, to start 5 businesses, 10 businesses, well, it is the most important thing for you to be able to diversify your income, to add to your income pot, and even hopefully over some time to even make your full-time employment income look like a joke. And then the second thing as to why this is important for you to consider starting a business is that it's gonna save you a great deal during the rainy days. Of course, all of us in our lives, we experience financial strain at some point in time. Even, unfortunately, a good number of people out there might end up losing their jobs abruptly at some point in time. So if you have a business as a side hustle, you can just jump on that wavelength and continue at least making a living, as opposed to having your entire income pot dry off. And then the third thing as to why starting a business is also something important, something you need to consider, is that there is joy in seeing something you start grow. And also there is joy in seeing that a venture you started is also helping more people out there. Think about it. The joy you can have in case you become an employer, right? For example, you have 20 employees under you, 50 employees under you. It's going to be a great joy, because day in, day out, you're going to be sleeping a very happy person, knowing that also you are contributing towards other people's economic fortunes out there. And so, guys, I want to share with you these 5 ideas, which you can consider for you to be able to be well in business and hopefully never go broke again. And of course, to give you a disclaimer before I start sharing these 5 ideas, is that you need to understand none of these ideas on this list is a walk in the park. Just like anything out there, getting money is never easy. So you're going to have to work for it, right? You're going to have to build tact in it. It's going to take time for you to break even. But ultimately, once it breaks even, you're going to have an opportunity of scaling your business and hopefully raking the hundreds of thousands or even the millions you desire over time. Having said that, the very first class of business ideas you could look to jump into is the idea relating to using your skills you have. Skill-based ideas which require a physical presence somewhere to be able to execute. And of course, guys, these kind of skills are unlimited out there. These kind of skills are required greatly out there. And also the kind of jobs people can do with these technical skills are unlimited. Think about it, for example, in case you know, for example, how to repair mobile phones. Okay, in case you have skills around plumbing, maybe you have skills around repairing electrical connections and so forth, right? Maybe you have skills around even farming and so forth. You can use the technical skills which you have for you to be able to sacrifice your time and also use your own abilities to be able to turn that into revenue. And of course, this is going to be a trade-off, because at first it's going to require physical presence, but hopefully over time, you're going to be able to command a higher and higher hourly rate. In essence, be able to scale your business, because you're going to be getting paid more and more as more and more people out there know you as you continue building your network, right? And then the second business idea you could consider to jump into is the idea of you venturing into remote freelancing business. What do I mean? This is the kind of business which could jump into. It's just like the first kind of business I've discussed with you about, but this one requires for you to do kind of gigs out there remotely. Think about it. For example, you have unique skills around, for example, data analysis, okay? For example, you have unique skills, for example, around whichever kind of discipline out there. You could look to render your skills more so remotely. And of course, with this, you're going to be able to do business at the comfort of your house. You won't require, for example, to go physically to a given business premise. And even so, in case you're required, maybe it's to go to another person's physical premise as opposed to setting up your own physical premise. And by the way, with this, you're going to be well in business. And the most important thing with this is that also it requires close to nil upfront capital, because you're going to be actually leveraging your skills for you to be able to render services which are required out there remotely, right? And then related to that, the third business idea which you could look to jump into is the idea of you actually rendering knowledge through online platforms out there, online tutorials, and also selling your own digital products. We're talking about an age whereby the internet has actually kind of spread a lot across the world. We're talking about very high internet penetration across the world. And of course, with these, it also avails us the infrastructure. It avails us the solutions which you could ride on to ensure we disseminate knowledge out there in as fast possible, as fast as we could, and also most importantly, disseminate to many people out there. So for example, in case you have skills around, for example, language or any other technical skills out there, instead of you going out there to maybe dispatch these skills on one-to-one basis to individuals out there, you could think about scaling, in that you could start setting up online classes, right? Whereby you teach multiple people a given skill. And also, in case you have a given technical knowledge, you can also package that in form of, for example, a course. And also this course is going to be end up selling to many more people out there, because you're going to be leveraging on the game of numbers. You're going to be leveraging on scale for you to be able to reach many more people out there, right? And then the fourth business idea which you could look to jump into is the idea of content creation. An example is what I'm doing right now. Of course, just like any other business out there, this is also going to take some time to peak. But once it peaks, you're going to be well in business. And of course, content creation is the future of making money, because the world is becoming digital day in, day out. The world is consuming data. The world is consuming information each and every second. So in case you can jump into this space, and by the way, talking about there being very many platforms out there. In fact, right now we're talking about even close to hundreds of platforms out there through which you're going to be able to disseminate your content, right? Think about it. YouTube, all social media platforms out there, for example, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, name it, and even other specialist sites out there, for example, Medium, you name it. You're going to be able to jump on all of this and then be able to create content which the world desires and which the world is ready to consume. And if you stick by it, hopefully over some time, you're going to be able to convert that into a profitable business, which is going to be paying you highly for you sharing your know-how and also you packaging your content in a unique way, right? And then the fifth and last business idea which you could look to jump into is the idea of you investing in financial instruments. I know by now you have heard people out there, for example, talk about stock market, talk about cryptocurrency, talk about foreign exchange, in essence, forex, and so forth. If you are curious about these, you could take a few weeks, a few months to learn what, for example, forex entails, what, for example, cryptocurrency trading entails, what, for example, stock market entails. And in case you have spare money, you could look to invest in these, and hopefully over time, you can be able to start scaling